everybody, it's Lauren Wood. Welcome back to my channel. I wanted to show you exactly how I make my samples. So there are lots of different ways that you can make samples with Posh products. You can make them with so many different products. You can really make them with almost all of them. And people do it different ways, but this is just how I do it. I am going to be making samples of Chunk Bar. This is Where You Been All My Life. It has a beautiful chocolate coffee smell. I'm going to be making samples of Love the Dark Body Scrub. This is a black sea salt body scrub. It has a nice, fresh, clean scent to it, and it's a pretty coarse body butter. It's a pretty coarse body scrub. I am also going to be making samples of the Hard Day's Night Body Butter. This one is one of my new favorites. It's got olive oil in it, cocoa butter, mango seed butter. It is super moisturizing and it leaves your skin feeling amazing. So those are the three things I'm going to be making samples of today. Now, to make a sample of the Chunk Bar, what you need to do is heat it up in the microwave first. Now, I just do 10 seconds on each side and then it's ready to cut. I use this little scalloped vegetable cutter. You can get these on Amazon. And when you cut it, it comes out with ridges, kind of just like this. It just adds a little element to your sample. So here are mine already all cut up. You can make them however big or small you want, however many you need to make, or whatever fits in your budget. I make mine about like this big. You probably get maybe 3 to 5 showers out of this guy. It gives you a nice, I think it gives customers a nice example of what the actual chunk is going to be like if you make them a little bit bigger. But the best part about making samples is that you can control how much you give everybody. It totally depends on your budget and what you want to give out. Now, to sample out body scrubs, I like to use a little bit bigger of a container. These are 5 grams. You can buy these on Amazon. These 5-gram containers are a little bit bigger than the black Lakens you get from Posh. These are the ones I'm going to be putting the body butter in. Body scrub I feel like needs to be a little bit more just because they can scoop it out and they can do it on their hands, kind of like a little mini manicure. But a body lotion, you know, a little bit goes a really long way. So I can use these black Lakens and put the sample right in here, close it up, and then put my labels right on top. Now, this is how I make my labels. So I use Google Docs and I import the images of the sample sticker labels from the graphics group over on Facebook. So I just size them about right to be about a 1-inch circle, so they can fit right on the top of these Lakens and these containers here. This is what my Google Sheet looks like. I have the Chunk sample sticker here. I have the body butter sample sticker here. I'm only making a certain amount of these. I like using Google Docs because I can control the amount that I use on my sheets. At the top I have I am a naturally based body butter, I am a naturally based chunk of soap, I am a naturally based body scrub. I like to put these on the back of my samples because if somebody gets a sample and they don't know what it is, it's really convenient to have these turn around on the back so that they know exactly what they're supposed to do with it. You can also find these in the graphics group on Facebook as well. So I use these, and what I do is I have a 1-inch circle punch that I just got from a craft store like Hobby Lobby or Joann Fabrics. And what I do is I just go right in upside down here like this, and I just punch them all out into little circles. And then you have these. So these will be then on your samples. Now, sometimes you can use different cards to label your samples. Like this one is a mini manicure. It tells you wash, scrub, moisturize. So I just put my label right on the back here. I'll probably write a little note. I have these little clear envelopes and I'm gonna stick this plus your samples right in this little envelope, and it's just easy to hand out. You can throw these in your purse, you can bring them to events and give them out to people who purchase. I also have these social media cards with my picture and the logo, and tells everybody all of my social media handles so that they can find me on social media. So, and then I also have a bigger clear envelope, stick these guys inside, put the samples right here in as well, and you can hand those out as well. Now, if you have portal samples and you want to know how to mail those out, what I do is I use my social media card and I write a note on the back, and then I tape my portal samples. You can really only send 2, maybe 3 portal samples in the mail this way. But what I do is I tape them right here inside on the back of the card, and then I put a piece of paper over the top with the person's address, the name and address with the stamp and the return address, and I can send that off into the mail. Now, you can't put like a 46-cent stamp on there, but you can send these for about 67 cents if you have stamps.com, or you can get the butterfly stamps from the post office that are about 70 cents. And this is a great way, a great cost-effective way to send your samples out. Now, if you have a catalog and you're wanting to put a catalog in the mailer with some samples, it's going to cost probably right around $3 for you to send a catalog, and then you can put however many samples you want to in there. Now, these, when you use the containers, or when you're giving them a chunk sample, they're going to make your package thicker. So you're not going to be able to send those in these little envelopes, but you can put them in with a catalog in a mailer, and like I said, it would cost about $3. It just depends on how you want to do it and how you can do it with your business. Now, I really like making my own samples because they're great to give out when I'm out at a restaurant or when I'm out with friends and some people say, hey, oh, you sell Posh, what should I try? And I can say, here, I have some already samples made up in here, and I can give them right out. Same with this one. I can put the samples right in here, it's already made up, and I can give it out right there. So I really like making my own samples because it's really cost effective and you can control how much you put in each sample container. The other great thing about making your own samples is you can buy the product and then you get the commission and the PV for it on your website, which is really awesome, right? What I do with my body butter to scoop it right into this little container is I use a popsicle stick. You scoop a little bit out just like that. You stick it right in your sample container. Now again, you can control how much you put in, but you don't want to overfill it because then it won't close all the way. A little bit more just to seal those gaps up. All right, and then you just click it closed, put your label on, and you're ready to go. I am a naturally based body butter. And then I'll have the Hard Days Night sticker right on the other side. And that's it. I usually ask for help with making samples. My kids love to do it, actually. So they are my assistants, and I really appreciate their help whenever they want to do it. If you have any more questions, please feel free to contact me. Subscribe to my channel right over here so that you can be notified whenever I have new team trainings up or product reviews. Thank you guys so much for watching, and happy pampering!